there's a list of countries that will allow you to enter them sexually.
Like, yeah, word phrasing.
When you're unvaccinated, so with no protection. So
Well, first start off with
these are the
the
countries.
good news. Start off with the good news.
I thought that was the good news.
No, the good news is unvaccinated people in
Yeah.
Canada are now allowed to travel. No, that just passed on the 20th of June. We haven't been able to travel since October, I think,
Like
of
back
2021.
yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
All right, so you can now enter these countries sexually. United Kingdom, Italy, France, Germany, Japan, India, Cuba, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, come on, Bahamas. And of course, there's a bunch of other things that'll go along with that. There's stipulations. I'll include the link in the description box. So have a blast.
But some of those countries you have to be tested.
Yeah, as I said, I'll put it in the
some of them you don't.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
if you are going to be traveling,
because when you say you're allowed in some of those
out.
countries, I remember some of the stipulations, and it's like, no, you're not really allowed. Like Japan.
Put it this way: the point is,
the link is in the description.
No, I had more to say about that.
Oh, I thought that was the end of the video. Okay, good. There's more.
The link is in the description box, though.
Deuces.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, does anybody? Oh God, I don't want to sound insensitive because I think COVID is a real thing, and I think it can kill you based on the person who contracts it, right?
And your tone is believable as well, so that's good.
Well, I've been vaccinated, right? So I didn't I didn't just get it just because I thought it was cool because it was trending. Right. But anyways, I don't know. I could tell you that if I owned a country and my country had 1 million plus people in it, so small population, I would not allow you in my country without being fully vaccinated, and I need proof. And I need proof of that shit.
It's even at this point. Even at this
point. And the reason why, and I want to trampoline off the even at this point, because I say even at this point, vaccinations have been proven to work. Vaccinations, by and large, the actual side effects outweigh the benefits of the vaccine. So yes, even at this point, definitely. Same thing with the citizens of my imaginary country. You want to leave the country? Cool, man. I can't stop you from going anywhere, but it's the return part. When you come back, quarantine, I mean, right. I'm not an asshole. You won't have to quarantine on your own dime because we'll have it like that. So you can quarantine in the finest hotels, and I'm fucking around now. But the point is no, yes, I think that this is a little too soon.
I mean, you know how well, not everybody knows how I feel. So I'm going to just say it simply. Great. I love this. I can finally travel. It's fantastic. They'll let me in their country. I don't have to take a stupid test or a vaccine. I can just go freely. All I need is my passport, which unfortunately, if it's not updated, will probably take me about 2 years in Canada currently. But that's a separate story. We don't need to talk about that. I like this. Like, I feel like we're at a point right now where it's one of those things, as everybody said, if we can't move past it, we have to learn to live with it. It's like that relationship. You know you're not supposed to be in it. You know that. But you let it last. You see how long it could go on. And once you see that it's going and it's going better than it would be if you were out of it, you decide, you know what? I'm good with this situation. And that's how I feel about them finally letting unvaccinated people travel again. It was a good relationship we had. They took it away from us. You know, we had to live without them for a little bit. They realized that they missed us. And here they are back in our loving arms, warm embrace in the Bahamas.
Great.
Where I can travel.
Learn to live with it. I couldn't have said it better, because you know when cars first came out, they didn't have seatbelts, right? And they're like, oh man, cars could be pretty dangerous, but we need cars. We got to get around. It makes the commute easier. Transportation, whatever. Right. We need cars. We got to learn to live with this. But how can we make it safer? I got it. Seatbelts. So we can learn to live with it by still being safe.
Well, it's also because we don't the speeds of cars have increased over the years as well. That's a small factor to consider as well. But you're right.
Don't try to take away from the larger point. The point is learning to live with it doesn't mean you just throw caution to the wind. You could still take precautions. mind you, this is me just spouting. At the end of the day, if our homie over here wants to be unvaccinated and travel the world, any country that will allow him to enter them sexually, he should be
Who's
allowed
our
to.
homie? Me? That's me. Our homie.
Yes, you,
Okay.
yes, you. Any country that will allow him to enter sexually, he should be allowed to do that. That's all good. And me, it's up to me if I want to be vaccinated. So if I happen to be in that country while he is in that country sexually, as long as
I don't
I'm
know
protected,
why I have to. Why do I have to be in the country sexually? Why can't?
as long as I'm protected, that's all
be
that
in the country?
matters. That's all that matters. So I said what I said. I still think that it's too soon. If I had my own country, I would run it the way that I just mentioned earlier. But hey, if you don't want to be vaccinated, you should be allowed to travel. And listen, all the pro-vaccine people, if you have an issue with this, what are you mad about? You're vaccinated.
People
Right.
aren't wearing masks. People aren't wearing masks anymore either. They're not
Yeah.
telling you to sanitize before you enter buildings or anymore. Even Uber has their drivers don't wear masks anymore and don't require sanitization and all that other stuff. So the world has moved on past this, man. The world is, and all these other countries that you're being allowed into as well. If you look at when they changed all of their
sexually,
no, not sexually. If you look at all these other countries as well, from when they changed their regulations as far as who needs to be vaccinated or not, they changed way before Canada. So it's like it's nothing new to them. They've been having tourism and they have no problems.
Well, look, let me just say this, and I love it how you brought up Uber, and you're like, Uber doesn't care anymore, and you know, you're close. Listen, the most dangerous part about taking an Uber is not possibly getting COVID. It's about taking an Uber in Toronto at maybe 2, 3 in the morning on a Saturday night. That's when it's dangerous. All right. But viewing public, what are your thoughts on this? Are you traveling unvaccinated? Are you entering into these countries sexually with no condom? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Wrap it up, people.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.